Alright, I've still got a little bit of lag, but I think, well, at least it was a little bit better. Anyway, so I decided to go hunting because, well, now we have 5 mouths to feed. And, yeah, that's a lot. So, lagging again, tag on it. Really? Ugh, that's terrible. So go hunting, and you know, it's 3 years in, right? Yeah, it's about 3 years in to all this, almost 4, it's going on 4 years. And so they've kind of run out of food to eat in the cities, so they have to expand out. And that's the day where I almost die for the first time. Ashley is not paying attention. Her and John are talking, and one of them grabs her by the hair and tries to kill her. And so John saves her this time. And yeah, this time. So they decide to move on January the 30th, or on the 29th. They decided to move. They don't leave that day because it's kind of late, you know, by the time they get packed up and everything, and they're like, ow, okay, well, you know, wait for another day. And so they do. And then on the 30th, right? Yeah, the 30th, there's a little place from Limble Caverns, which I know caves are not the best place to hide out. I'm waiting for my game to catch up, because this is just like, and but that's what I chose, so get over it. So Limble Caverns is only about 11 miles from this little town called Newland, or Newland. My accent tells me it's Newland. And so, you know, guesstimating that you can walk 15 miles in a day thereabouts, comfortably, you know, without rushing too much, or, you know, stopping for breaks and all that stuff. So, yeah, it's a day's walk to Newland, thereabouts. That's our first camp outside of Newland, and we've been there before. I mean, it is only 11 miles from our camp, so that's completely feasible that we've been there before. And we know the town fairly well. We split up labor easily. And so the 31st we attacked Newland. And it's really good for us to go there. One, because we have been stationary for a while, so we're not used to going into town anymore. We're not used to having to, you know, work as a team, because we would go, but maybe 1 or 2 people would go. 2 people, hopefully, because, yeah, a whole buddy system thing. And so we, all 4 of us hadn't been, well, now 5 because of Mike, but we all hadn't been somewhere together for a while. And so this is our first town, and it goes perfectly. There's no issues, and I made a little hint to a story that I wrote a long time ago that I really thought was gonna be something and never made it. It's called The Little White House on the Right. Or no, wait, the last house on the right. Wrote a long time ago, and I think it was called Last House on the Right. It was something like that. It was my first attempt at a horror story. When I was, well, I still think my house is haunted. I think my house is haunted, and that's what the book was based off of, like my experiences here in my own house. So yeah. But anyway, I kind of make a little hint to that, and nobody would. Oh shit! Are you kidding me? Nobody would know, unless I told them. So you guys know. So when this book goes out, you know something that nobody else knows. How does that feel? Amazing. I'm gonna do something different for the ceiling. That's why I just stopped. And so, yeah, from there we go to a place called Boone. You can actually look at Google Maps to kind of get an idea of what I'm talking about. And from there, I don't have all the stops set up just yet. I know a basic route of where I want to go, you know, kind of just give me an idea of mileage and all that. In the end, they're going to end up in Canada. My theory is that I should not use leaves now. So this is all gonna be cave. I saw that lava, and yeah. So my theory is that, first of all, zombies have or monsters, sorry, have a shelf life. They can't live forever, or be undead forever. So yes, these zombies have a timetable to work with. Now, how long that timetable is, I never define it. It's just kind of in the book. It's in there. It's implied. I think I even say at one point they should have a timetable. Or I say assuming that they have, you know, a lifespan or whatever. And that's what I do in this book. I assume that monsters have a lifespan. And also assuming that they're too dumb to get out of extreme weather, then, you know, that leaves you, okay, let's go further south where it's hotter, or let's go north where it's colder. Alright, so if you go south, you're going to encounter a higher population. Because as you get further, you know, south, whether it be all the way to Central America or South America or just more south in North America, you will, you know, find a higher population. It's more so when you go to, yeah, further south. So, you know, you're dealing with a denser population, and one, which I say in the book, I don't know what kind of plant life there is in, you know, further south. I don't know. And when I say further south, I do mean Central America and South America. I never even consider staying in America when we say south. So, can I not get that? That is gonna bother me. Can I really just cannot have? Okay, cool. So, yeah, that's what I mean. I don't mean here in America. Because we have basically the same plant and wildlife. So yeah, which has been, that was something that me and my friend covered, you know, going to a different country. Now, I do know a little bit about Canada, just a little, and that's thanks to somebody. I know a little bit more about Canada than I do other places, and so that's why I picked Canada, and also because, hey, I like the cold, and I'll be right back. Anyhow, I was stuck in the wall right there. So yeah, that's that, and you know, there's a little bit more to it. There's more dialogue in the book, but that's all I'm gonna, you know, tell you about today. And so eventually, we go further north. We're gonna end up in, I think right now the idea is ending up in Michigan, and crossing Great Lake to someplace. I don't know much about Michigan. I've never been there, never seen the place, don't know anything about it. Only know one person that's ever lived there. I know somebody from Minnesota. You gotta say it like that too. These pigmen. If I had something better than this bow, kill them all. Anyhow, so yeah, that's where book 1 ends and book 2 begins. The whole ending of book 1 is John dies, and which is quite terrible because originally he wasn't going to die, he was going to live, but then again there wasn't going to be a second book. It was necessary for there to be a second book. Otherwise I would have kept him alive because he is my main conspirator in the zombie apocalypse, and it's kind of sad. So yeah, book 2 takes over there where we are in Canada. A new character comes in. His name is Jack, and he is a radio guy. I didn't tell you all the details in book 1 because you don't know anything about radio voices. I did like a little head bob when I did that. That's why my voice sounded weird. Radio voices. Bleh. But anyhow. Yeah. And Jack is very, very important. And so is Alex, as I said before. Fuck. Yes, he is. Both of them are very important. Only, oh, why, Fraps? Why you be so mean? Only one of those people knows that he's in my book, much less important in my book. So yeah, that is book 2, and I have that completely planned out too. Well, when I say completely planned out, I don't mean like I do know some of the towns, but I have a general idea of where I'm going to take that book as well. So yeah, I just wanted to talk, and since that book is all that's on my mind, I will talk about that book until, well, that book comes true. But anyway, thank you all for watching. I am Angry Hippie Lady, and I might bring you back so you can, you know, no, so you can see what this place looks like after I'm done. So yeah, thank you for listening to my book, and yeah, kind of interested as to what y'all think about that. but I'm not gonna ask for y'all to be like, oh yeah, I like that book, or I hate it, it's terrible, or you know, stuff like that. I've got people to do that. Actually, I don't. I'm so forever alone. I'm having to go to my old teachers, and they don't like me. No, they love me. I was a teacher's pet. Oh god. So yeah, thank you all for watching. I hope y'all enjoyed hearing about my book, and peace out.